Good afternoon, students. So, what is today date? Do you know?
Yes, sir.
What is today date? 2078, Monday 22nd, right? Wednesday. And the students of grade 9, they are going to present on the topic metals. Metals. So there are three presentators: Savin Bujel, Nitesh Yadav, and Sambhav Manandar. So, who is going to present first? Savin, and second, Sambhav, and third. To give big round of applause for Savin.
Namaskar and good afternoon to all. This is Savin standing in front of you to deliver a short and sweet presentation on the topic of metals. So, before starting my presentation, I like to thank our vice principal sir who have organized this type of program which has increased the confidence level of the student. So, I like to start my presentation. So at first, metals are those elements which can conduct heat and electricity and objects like utensils, vehicles, aeroplanes, trains, etc. are usually made up of metals. In the absence of these objects, our life will be very difficult. So so in next topic, I just like to talk about general properties of metals and non-metals. The general properties of metals and their and detailed comparison with non-metal can be studied with the help of various activities are described below. Uh, some of the properties of metal are malleability, toughness, conductivity, states, brittleness and hardness, etc. So I like to explain about this. So at first states, most metals are solid at the room temperature. There are 5 metals which are liquid or close to room temperature. Uh, Calcium, calcium and liquid are metals. Some metals are solid at room temperature and it is not enough to provide them required kinetic energy to overcome the force of attraction or convert them into liquid or gas states. So about next topic is about brittleness and hardness. Generally metals are hard but non-metals are soft and brittle because their molecules are closely packed. Except in lithium, sodium and potassium, these metals are soft and brittle. They can be broken easily. Non-metals like sulfur are generally soft, except diamonds. So our next topic is about ductility. Ductility, the metals which is used to make wire is called ductility. For example, earrings, rings, chain, gold and silver. Metal like iron, copper, aluminum, etc. are ductile. Non-metal are non-ductile as they cannot be drawn into wires. The properties of metal the properties of metal which are easy to make into wire is called ductility and the metal is called ductile. So next is sonorous sound produced while eating. While eating and comparing it with the toll of the bell at your school, it has sonorous vessel and the bell. Metals produce a metallic clink or sonorous sound. When we strike them with a rod, but non-metals they produce sound, but non-metals produce a dull sound. And our next topic is about conductivity. Metals are generally good conductor of electricity because they allow electric current to pass over them. This property of metals is also called conductivity. So, in other language, metals are generally good conductor of electricity because they allow electric current to pass over them. This property of metals is called conductivity. So, our next is metallic luster. Metallic luster refers to minerals that are opaque, transparent, and have the appearance of polished metals. So, for next topic, I like to call some of my
Now let's complete this melting and boiling point. Melting point, the temperature in this solid station to liquid is called melting point. Boiling point, the temperature at which liquid changes into liquid is called boiling point. non-metals have usually low melting and boiling point. Some metals and their melting and boiling point are stable. Melting points and boiling points. Metals. Iron. The melting point of iron is 1335 degrees Celsius and boiling point of iron is 2850 degrees Celsius. Now iron metal is copper. Copper melting point is 1085 degrees Celsius and boiling point is 27 degrees Celsius and aluminum melting point is 660 degrees Celsius and boiling point is 2005 degrees Celsius. Now I have talked about this iron. Iron is a chemical element and a metal. It is the most common element on Earth and most widely used metal. It is the fourth most common element in the Earth crust, whereas oxygen is the first element. Silicon is the second element and aluminum is the third element. Our body also contains iron. It is mostly used in manufacturing. Copper is a chemical element with the symbol Cu and atomic number 29. It is soft and durable metal. It is good conductor of vitamins C and can be turned into wires. It also has uses in construction of food and plumbing and industrial machinery such as heat exchangers. Aluminum is a chemical element with the symbol Al and atomic number 13. It is used in cans, fossils, utensils, indoor frames, and appliances. The homogeneous mixture of two or more than two elements or substance made by melting two or more elements together is called iron. They are good conductor of other properties like mobility and ductility. Non-metals cannot conduct. Now, so another topic is some of the metals are steel, brass, bronze, stainless steel. Metals. The electrons or surface of a metal being free to move from one atom to another. This means that it is metallic bonding for the metal atom to become more stable. It must release its electron density with the electrons being transferred to another atoms. Now chemical properties of metals. Reaction with oxygen, 2Mg plus O2 is 2M0, which is magnesium oxide. The metals from metallic oxide by bonding in oxide. Now reaction with acid, Mg plus DIL 2HCl is MgCl2 plus S2 hydrogen. The metals react with acid to give salt and hydrogen. Reaction with hydrogen, Mg plus S2 is MgS2 magnesium hydrate. The metals react with hydrogen and they form unstable metallic hydrates. Displacement reaction, Fe plus Cu SO4 is FeCuSO4 plus Cu, but there is no reaction between Cu and FeSO4 as Cu is less reactive than FeSO4. Therefore, Cu cannot displace Fe from FeCuSO4 solution. Now, for another topic, I like to call Nitish.
my friends have already discussed about metals and non-metals. Now I would like to explain about metalloids. As you all know, metalloids is an element which shows the properties of both metal as well as non-metal. We can find this metalloid everywhere in our surrounding. One of the example of metalloid is silicon. Now I would like to discuss about this property. It shows the both properties of metal as well as non-metal. They are whole conductor of heat and electricity. They cannot be drawn into wires as well, so they are non-ductile. Some of the examples of metalloids are the silicon and etc. The properties of metalloids are they possess a metallic luster like metals. They can form alloy. They are neither malleable nor ductile like non-metals. As we all know that metals are used in our daily life. It has a great importance in organisms, in living organisms. There are many elements which are used by human beings. Some of them are zinc. Zinc is one of the useful metals for organism. Zinc is the most common essential rare element found in body after iron. In the human body, there are more than 300 different enzymes which require zinc to perform normally. Roles of zinc in human body: it increases the fertility of males and regulate the menstruation cycle of women. It extends the action of influence hormone in the body. It is essential for the taste, smell, and vision, etc. Likewise, now the topic is sodium and potassium. They are also one of the useful or important elements which we require in our body. They are also very important in living bodies. Likewise, everything has some harmful effect as well as good effect also. Likewise, metals also have some harmful effect, and there are from them I would like to discuss about mercury and lead. Mercury, it causes high blood pressure, alert heartbeat rate, and increase the heart attack risk when we go closer or when we are attacked by the mercury. It causes a pins and needles sensation in hand, feet, and around the mouth also. Likewise, lead has also harmful effect. Likewise, sometimes inhalation of lead can cause coma and even death also. It increases the transportation of oxygen. It decreases the transportation of oxygen and calcium.
Totally insane, right? So students, you have performed well, so you are making the PowerPoint presentation. I can see the improvement day by day. So last time you were looking at the laptop and explaining. This time you just look at the is what you say slide and explain. Now from next time onwards, slide will be one side and you will be writing and explaining. Understood or not? So there must be some sort of improvement. Okay? So that your slide will be one side and you just write down something, because only reading, that is not enough. Understood? So slides you read once and again write down something. So you have to practice a lot. I know you are not practicing. You are making the slide, it's okay, but you didn't practice at all. So who are the presentators of coming week? Stand up. Samir, Vivas and Milan. So it's for you. What's your topic?
Energy.
Energy. They know the chapter energy. What power and energy? Be confused. Energy. You belong to energy, they belong to work and power. Is it? So you must present together. Alright? One marker also will be given to you. One side there will be slide, you will be reading and writing something. So you have to discuss, you have to deal with the given slide. Understood? So very good. Thank you very much. So you have to be champion. This is what you are champion, right? So you have to be champion in every aspect. So this is next one. So it is for yourself, not for me. It helps to develop the confidence level. You should not be confused, you have to be confident. Thank you.